Former President Donald Trump walked out of the courtroom during closing arguments today in the civil defamation damages trial brought by writer E. Jean Carroll. During court today, Carroll's lawyer asked for at least $24 million. A jury will ultimately decide how much, if anything, Trump owes Carroll in damages. You'll recall a judge and a jury found Trump liable for defamation in a previous case because he called Carroll's sexual abuse allegations against him a con job and a hoax. Our Errol Barnett joins us now from outside of the courthouse. He has been following all of this for us. So, Errol, tell us what happened. Why did Trump leave the courtroom?
Well, Lana, we are in the home stretch of this trial right now, and what it appeared this morning is that Mr. Trump did not like what E. Jean Carroll's legal team, led by Roberta Kaplan, was saying during her closing arguments as she capped what was her defense of Miss Carroll. She started the day by saying that for the jury, they just need to determine two things: how to calculate the harm that Mr. Trump inflicted on Miss Carroll, and what would it take to punish him from stop saying the things that he's been saying. Let me just read to you what Ms. Kaplan was saying as Mr. Trump rose to walk out. She said that his followers made good on his initial threat that she should pay dearly and that she should tread carefully. She then went on to say Trump behaves as if rules don't apply to him. She said that he continues to defame Ms. Carroll even as this trial is ongoing, and that for the rest of us, if we were found liable of a crime, we would stop, and that he doesn't. At that moment, Mr. Trump rose from where he was seated, left the room. The judge then said, let the record reflect that Mr. Trump has left. The closing argument continued, and Mr. Trump would eventually return for the closing argument of his defense team, led by Alina Habba. But the tension in the courtroom this morning, Lana, was thick, especially considering Trump's team was late to arrive. The judge did not appreciate that. And at one point, the judge even said to Ms. Habba, when she was arguing about evidence she wanted to include during her closing arguments, and the judge denied her request, he said, Ms. Habba, you are on the verge of spending some time in the lockup. Now sit down. We heard her reply, F it. But she did not abbreviate that. The judge didn't appear to react to that in real time, but there could be consequences we expect to come.
Well, Errol, you've done such a wonderful job of talking to us about all of that color and how those other parts may be influencing jurors. What will they consider in their decision? And how long before we expect to see a verdict?
Yeah, you're right. This is just down to this jury, this 9-panel jury deciding what to do when it comes to this defamation. And I should make clear that the early clash between Trump's team and the judge was not in front of the jury, but certainly the closing arguments and the objections and those fireworks the jury is seeing. Ms. Carroll's legal team structures it this way. They say that when it comes to compensatory damages, so to compensate Ms. Carroll for the defamatory things Mr. Trump has said, they're asking for $12 million. And they say that's proven by the expert who calculated reputational damage and repair. But they also said that they believe the jury should award more than that, to award punitive damage to stop Mr. Trump from making these claims anymore. And to that, they point to his own testimony where he says he's worth billions of dollars. That's what he said in the deposition video, which was shown in court, and which he said yesterday that he completely agrees with. So after lunchtime, the jury will get instructions from the judge on what to focus on, what to include in their decision, and what to exclude. And we very well, if the jury is unanimous and they agree on their view, we could have a ruling in this civil trial by this afternoon.
All right, Errol Barnett, thank you.
You got it.